of YouTube. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So my name is Jean Collins, and this is my Zoom, and I'm so grateful for my guests that are here live. For those of you on YouTube, you can connect with me below. All of my information's below. And I just love what I do. So it's amazing to really be able to help people with ditching toxins, knowing ingredients, being able to be aware of what your body is doing on a daily basis and the signs that it's giving you. And that's part of also what I teach as well, with that emotional wellness, right? Just making sure you're understanding your emotional wellness, because if you don't pay attention to that, it can create issues in your body, because each organ is connected to a positive and a negative emotion. And if it's not released, right, if you're not really feeling your emotions, you're just shoving them down, you can create dis-ease. So I started using essential oils through my own experience. I used to get sick all the time. I had sinus infection, flu, pneumonia, bronchitis, pretty much repeat, really bad acne. And yeah, changed my life when my little brother was having his night terrors. My mom used samples her friend had sent her because she had already been using essential oils, but the samples her friend had sent her worked. So she looked up, she was like, okay, well, what's the difference? Why are these working when I've already been using this other stuff? Because she just followed her intuition, right? That one night. It's our seed to seal promise, which is science, sourcing, and standards. It's such a beautiful thing and amazing to have over 17 farms internationally. And that's why I love Young Living, is because they work and it's the highest quality, and I deserve the best, just like you deserve the best. So, and they're so reasonable, you guys. Like literally, some of them are 6 cents a drop, some of them are $1 or $2 a drop. I know I'm definitely worth that, right? And then you add the supplements. It's just so important, because when you feel good, you're able to get more things done. And that's kind of where I'm at with Envisioning 2022. That's today's topic. And with that, like, making sure that you're balanced. So there is things like Ningxia Red, which I usually always talk about. It's so good for your energy, your immune system, respiratory support. There's clinical research on this now. I'm not going to go into this too much, because with Envisioning 2022, we do want to make sure that our supplements are good, right? And maybe that's one of your goals, is to have a supplement routine, which I'm happy to talk with you about, because that will help you be able to focus and achieve your goals, right? The other thing though is, like, I wanted to jump in and just help you break down some ways to really achieve your goals. One of them is writing them down, which is funny. I had a guest and I asked, and she's like, oh, some people do, some people don't. But I notice when I write them down, it makes me more accountable. Totally up to you what you do, but I just know that I am able to focus on it more. And I know, okay, but it's like writing down any idea. It helps your mind starts to really like think about it even more, right? It's just like, oh, how can I do this? So I choose to use this law of attraction planner. It has some great questions in the beginning. You can add a little vision board, right? That's what I choose to use. You can do whatever. You can just write it down. You can find some prompts. Here's some great questions that I would suggest you think about. What are your standards? What are your new standards? Like maybe you had, and so this is a little bit of reflecting. So with reflecting, we might want to have some valor, right? Because valor is really good for courage. And the way that you use essential oils, for anyone that's new, is this is one that has a roll on. You can literally just roll it on, right? There you go. It's on. Or I'm going to show you really quick, and then I'll go back to valor. You can take a drop of an essential oil, and I'll go over this oil as well later. That was 2 drops. That's fine. I have trillions of cells in my body. I'm an adult. And you always want to make sure and read the label if you need to add a carrier oil. because some essential oils you will need to add a coconut, jojoba, olive oil, something like that to, what it does is it slowly releases the essential oils into the body so that it just helps them get in there slower, because some essential oils are going to fight the toxins that are going to be stored in the fatty tissues of your cells. And this is the importance of also removing and reading your ingredients and ditching sodium lauryl sulfate, fragrance, talc, bismuth. The list goes on. I have other videos on that, and I'm happy to send you a full list and a resource as well. So it's really important for you to know that. The other thing that you can do with essential oils is the aroma aspect. So you just cup, right? You take a cup, and a scent tent is another way of thinking about it, and a few deep breaths. The cool thing with essential oils is when you have and you smell them, right? You send that aroma into your beautiful mind and into your brain, the limbic area of your brain. It helps with your heart rate, your blood pressure, your immune system. Well, heart rate, blood pressure, and your mood. But everything, when it's on your skin, they go into the cells and they go into the bloodstream, and they can help other areas and other aspects of your body. The other thing is diffusing, like literally putting them in a diffuser. I don't have one here. I have my diffusers are on in my other area, and it's just so beautiful. It really creates such an amazing effect in your house and in your car or wherever. The cool thing is you can be a human diffuser. You can rub your hands. That's like the easiest way to do it with the less obvious. Because the other thing you can do is clap, right? But if you're not in a crowd, or if you're not clapping for like an applause and you're in a crowd of people, or even a small group, people might be like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm really helping you release your emotional wellness. And seriously, I'm helping you get some essential oils. Whereas at that point, if you're in a small group, you can probably just be like, hey, do you want to draw? Share the love of essential oils. The other way is internally, which I'm not really like, so like I mentioned with Ningxia Red, this has lemon vitality, orange vitality, lime vitality. This has great vitality oils. And we also have essential oils in our supplements. What that does is the essential oils, because they work on that cellular level, helps the nutrients get into your body. Some other supplements you might want to look into are like Super B, Super Vitamin D. Super B is really going to help you with your moods. Super Vitamin D is just great for your immune system. Especially in the winter, we don't get much D as in dog. So we want to add that in. A master formula is beautiful because it's a supplement of all of, it's a master formula. It is a multivitamin. And then enzymes, as you age, you don't produce as many enzymes. So those are just some quick key things that you should look at, because that will also help with creating your goals, setting your goals, the belief you need to achieve the goals. Because that's another thing. If you are in a place where maybe you've set a goal for a year and you're like, dude, I didn't even do it. Actually, this kind of came up before I hit record on my video, was the idea, oh, I don't write down my resolutions because it's like 3 days or a week or 14 days and I don't, that I'm done. Well, one, it's 21 days to create a habit. So going back to Valor, we want to deprogram some of these things. Valor is going to have that courage, right, to help you move forward. And then it's also going to have the balance, right? The balance to get things done. So Valor is a great aroma to start with writing down your goals, okay? Now, maybe some surrender would be a great thing, but because you might need to surrender to some habits and or to surrendering to like, hey, just admitting that you haven't been disciplined. Just admit, hey, I've been messed up this last year. I need to surrender to the past and surrender, surrender is actually also good for someone who is really a control freak. literally. So if you're kind of there, like you're trying to control everything, the thing is, there's going to be some things in our life that we can't control. Keep the goal though, you guys. If you have a goal and you have it, like I did not hit my goal. Honestly, I won't be able to hit it in 2 weeks. It's just the amount of OGV, the amount of things that need to happen. But I'm keeping that goal because I don't dictate the timeline, right? There's other unseen things. I just have to check in. And here's some questions that you can check in. Did you really give it your all this year to achieve that goal? Or did you let some things distract you? Right? Did you let a circle of people, some outside influences, tell you couldn't do it? The other thing though, so like that would be in like a surrender. There are some situations. The thing though is there are some situations that you need to go through just to go through because it's going to help you grow. So that's what I asked my mentor, because she, the cool thing is I know where I'm going, and I know that I'm studying every day, and I'm aware. I encourage you guys to study some books. And what I mean by study is like there's the Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I study that, right? So I don't just read it. I'm not going to read it once and expect to get it. I'm going to study it until I get it. Because each time you reread something, you have a new awareness. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Thomas Troward, Papers on Mental Science and More, or something like that. I'm sorry, I'm not remembering the title right now. Neville Goddard, The Power of Awareness. And I have one that also has Awakened Imagination in it too. So those are just a few of the books that I choose to study. There's other ones too. And you can also read more. The interesting thing with, I think having a core set to study is going to help you it's just going to help you with your awareness. Plus, the reason why I study those books is because Bob Proctor and my mentor teach on those books, teach on those teachings. And Bob Proctor in the 1930s was broke and became very wealthy by using these principles. So they are when you apply them, they are amazing. And the same thing for my mentor too. So, but kind of moving forward with some essential oils to help you to create these goals, right? And these are things that you can decide which one is best. I haven't really put them in a specific order yet, but that could be my thing for next year, right? And that's the thing, I'm always teaching and creating new ideas and all the things. But I did pick these because I know that they are going to help you awaken. So awaken is a blend of 5 other blends, and you need to awaken your inner true self. See, there's a paradigm, there's a program that you have been surrounded by. This is where Jim Rohn's quote, "You are the sum total of the 5 people you spend the most time with." And that's where you might need to get some people out of your life. They might be too broke. They might be always complaining all the time. So let me actually rephrase that. You can also encourage them and be the one to uplift them, right? So that I'm going to reframe that. But just depending on, just be aware of who you're surrounding with, and audit some circles if you need. And it doesn't mean you need to go tell that person that they're X, Y, or Z, right? You just need to be aware that if you're wanting to achieve goals and get to another level, you're going to need to change some habits, right? You're going to need to awaken the winner within you. Everyone has that desire to achieve greatness. It's just that some of us might be, and I have been there, we're listening to people that said, why do you want to do that? You can't do that. Right? Like, that's why when I have an idea, until I really get it, or I sometimes don't even talk about it until it's already done, because I don't care about someone's opinion and I don't need it. I know that I got the idea for a reason. So awaken yourself, right? And that with that, I'm gonna getting ideas, right? Rise above. You want to rise above and be able to really speak your voice, but in a calm, confident manner. You really want to spread that love and help people feel amazing every day. That's how I think about it. And that's why I teach what I teach, because I want everyone to feel good every single day. It's just such a beautiful thing. And I know what it feels like to be sick all the time. It's no fun. So I want to, yeah, exactly. It's no fun. Y'all know. So I want to rise above, right? And be able to speak my truth, but also in a loving, caring way. And this is a great essential oil for that. If you feel like you need to find your voice, then I would work with Rise Above for at least 6 months, if not, for at least 6 months. Use this every day for 6 months to help you bring out the true you. Okay. And then there's this beautiful Divine Destiny collection, which I'm pretty sure I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure I went over all of these oils. And it comes with a great handout, but it comes when you first use Daily Divine, and you pick your area, and you're going to use the oil on, for example, your throat chakra, or you can use your wrist or your forehead, right? I chose my throat chakra. So I put Daily Divine for a week on my throat. And Daily Divine, these are all 3 blends. And then after a week, you add the next one. So you're layering the oils with about a minute or 2 in between. And I usually do affirmations and just affirming what you desire in the present moment. That's all it is. Positive thinking, right? We do thoughts are things, you guys, and we become what we think about. So we do want to be really aware of what we're thinking about. I personally don't believe that positive is a bad thing. I think that's crazy. It's just like crazy talk. I'm like, what? Anyways, so after applying Daily Divine for 1 week, then you add I Am Blessed. I can actually show you guys this because I was not the best with my self-care. This is one of my resolutions, getting better with my self-care this morning, and getting a better routine so that I can do this and be consistent every day. And I do this. Actually, I was so busy for a week. I realized, I'm like, I don't think I've used my Divine Destiny collection. What happened? It's just, maybe I needed a break from it, right? I don't know. It is, I see some nodding, and like, it is what it is. Like, I didn't beat myself up. That's another thing. To achieve your goals, again, it goes back to that positive. What are you saying? What's your self-talk? Because if you're going to beat yourself up, you're not going to achieve your goal. You have to be like, hey, this is how it happened. For whatever reason, this needed to happen this way. Be grateful for everything, even the crap, everything. Everything has a reason, and it's going to help you get to the next level when you're aware that there's a reason behind it. If you play victim, like, why is this, why me, right? Why is this happening? Instead of like, okay, this is happening for me, then the for me is the victor. You are realizing, okay, this is happening for a reason. I need to go through this. It needs to happen. Maybe to get my voice, right? Maybe to take better action, to review. So it's probably been a minute or 2. So then you would add I Am Blessed on week 2. And this is all in the handout in the Divine Destiny collection. If you're like, hey, I want to jumpstart 2023, grab this, okay? I can tell you that through my studies and through using this pretty consistently, not fully consistently, I just told you guys I didn't do it for like a week, but pretty much. I think I only missed like a day or two before that. So I used this for a year. Use it. It helped me also with the unexpected loss of my little brother, Santiago. Many of you know that. He was not even 15. It was just totally out of the blue, y'all. Totally out of the blue. That wasn't, like I said, unexpected. I literally saw him that Wednesday, and that Saturday he was gone. He didn't even look like he was sick. We had pizza and ice cream. Y'all, it's crazy. So after week 2 of so what you're doing is when you're applying it like that, like right one after another, it's called layering. And with me using the other oils, that's what I'm doing as well. But you just give it a minute or two. And like I said, like, I am beautiful. I am blessed. I am creative is the third one. I am creative. I am helpful. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've achieved my goals with ease and grace. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm successful. Whatever it is that you need to say and think about. The other thing is that through my studies and hearing the importance of speaking our goals out loud as well, and our desires out loud. Because if you've ever like just put your lips, you guys can do this, put your lips on, and while you're talking, you can feel it. There's a vibration. This I also do the Taoist networking lunch. When you're networking, when you speak about your business, you are adding energy to it. It's the same thing with your goals. When you're speaking about your goals, and again, you might only want to be doing this to yourself. Do it in your car. Do it in your bathroom. Close the door. Like if you feel like someone's going to think you're crazy, whatever. My man does, he sees me. He hears me. It is what it is. It's been working. My success is awesome. So that's the daily, or that's the Divine Destiny collection. And that was like week 3. And then after you've done it for 3 full weeks, and you've done it and you stayed on that location, you can literally move your location to your belly, to the back of your neck. Maybe you think the back of your neck is better than the front of your neck, to your wrists, like wherever. But for that first initial one, pick one area, right? And then you can move after you did it for 3 weeks. So just follow the instructions. Okay, so next one. That's the Daily Divine, and I do have a video on that. Or Divine Destiny collection, sorry. You can go and check that out, or we can always have a conversation. So now I decided to pick roots and wings. Now, how I choose to use these oils, I've already applied them. This was the oil I used when showing you guys, and then I was chatting and I put wings on right after, because I choose to use these one after another. And I can tell you, these are like my really need to focus. I really need to get some creative ideas. Roots is going to ground me into my goals and to know who I am. There's a lot of root essential oils or root plants. Wings is going to help connect me. This is how I think of these. Connect me to my higher self, to the higher, the infinite, God, universe, right? As well as it does have some grounding oils too, to keep you a little grounded too. So roots and wings, they are definitely up there. They are very valuable essential oils, and I can tell you they work. So these are like my I need to focus. I need to change my mindset like now oils, and I use them together. So that's what I do. Nate loves this one. I did diffuse this one, and then I was like, oh, I'm not going to diffuse this one to keep the bottles even. And yeah, so those are awesome and amazing. With creating your goals, you might need to create some freedom. That's why I picked freedom. I believe we all are looking for freedom, or desiring to create, not looking for it. I'm sorry, we're creating, because we all are creating. This is why Divine Destiny, you can literally create your life every day. You are creating your life. It's already done. You just might not be aware of it. And that's why I study every day too. But freedom, creating the freedom. This is going to help you break the chains of those habitual habits. So this can be for you to create a new self-image. And you might be like, what? Self what? A self-image is it's not what you see in the mirror, it's how you view yourself. See, a lot of the times we don't reach our goals because we have a low self-image. We have a low level of confidence. You can also think of it as confidence. And again, this goes from what we see, what we hear, what we feel, see, hear, our five senses. Whereas we can literally, our subconscious mind is our emotional mind. That's the cool thing with essential oils. Remember, I said it, you smell it, it goes directly to the limbic center of your brain. That's where your emotions are controlled. So you can change your emotional state about yourself using any of these essential oils that I already mentioned. So you can also look at the descriptions, because I haven't gone over each oil, and say like, oh, hey, that sounds like a great aroma. But to have the freedom to really like know who you are. Don't believe the crap people try and tell you I don't get when people try and tell someone who they are. I definitely had that happen to me. I'm like, what? I know who I am. Like, why do you want someone to tell you who you are? Right? No. I'm like someone's trying to tell you, like, be real. I'm like, I am. Or like, they're like that, they're just like, that's not you, or, they're trying to tell you. I'm like, nah, man, like, I know who I am and I know where I'm going. So that's the other thing. To really achieve your goal, you're going to have to make some changes. Because if you already had your goal, then you wouldn't need to make the changes, but you need to make the changes to achieve the goal. So that's where like reflection comes in. Ask yourself some questions. Like I said, did you give it your all to achieve that goal? With moving forward, what do you really want to live your life like? Be creative, dream big, you guys. That's the other thing. Like, these are going to unlock some, like, you might get an idea and you're like, what? I can travel every day of the week? What if, I don't know, maybe that's your thing. If you do need to travel every day of the week, I have a connection for you there. But, like, or every month you want to live in a different city, or every month you want to live in a different country for a month. I don't know. I have no idea. But like, dream so big that you're like, whoa, and follow those ideas. With that, you might need some peace and calming, because you need to have a calm mind in order to achieve things, you guys. And I continue to remind myself of this because it's a paradigm. It's an old habit. Hurry to get to the next thing. No. Hurry does not get you to the next thing. It doesn't. You're going to drop stuff. You're going to spill things. That's that calm confidence. You do need to have a sense of urgency in a calm, confident manner, right? But if you're hurrying, you have chaotic energy. And other people are going to pick up on that. And then you're going to drop things and you're going to spill things. And then it's going to take you longer to get somewhere. You have to have the peace and calming to help you achieve your goal, whatever it is. So there's that. Calm your mind to achieve success. I think it's Wayne Dyer. What did he say? It's like the infinite patience brings you success. When you are patient and you trust, like, this goes back to gratitude, and there is essential oil called gratitude. I just don't have it. So you need to have more gratitude in order to achieve your success. So if you are in the victim of why me, instead of, okay, I'm grateful for this crap that just showed up on my door, what do I need to learn from this? Then you may not need as much gratitude. You can still use it though. Gratitude is a beautiful oil. It's also one of the oils that helped me with Stanty's passing, unexpected passing. It's just like crazy. gratitude to have known him, gratitude to be his big sister. Like there's so much gratitude to have been in his life and to have him in mine, right? Like, so gathering though, you might need to gather some people, but this is also going to gather your heart, right? What you feel, what you know. We all know where we're going. We do. We don't need anyone else to tell us. We know we have this infinite intelligence, this infinite calling inside. But it gathers your heart, your desire in your heart and your mind, which usually we don't really know where the mind is, but most of us think it's in our head. The brain is definitely in the head, but some might think the mind is the heart. Either way, this gathers the heart mind and the brain mind, right? Your thinking mind and your emotional mind. So then you have more power to achieve your goals because you're operating in your conscious and your subconscious. So gathering could be a great one. Plus, it's also like gathering people. And from my studying, you don't get things done by yourself. You need a team of people. You need people to help you. And for those who are needing to journey on, because maybe you're like, okay, I've had this goal for 5 or 6 or 8 years, I don't know. Journey on, my friends. There's still something you need to learn. You apply this one is best applied on the bottom of your feet. You kind of really apply it wherever you want. But journey on, right? Like get your feet moving. And it's the same thing with any oil. Like don't get too heady. I have put this on my belly button. I have put this on my wrist and gone out the door. Like the oils do what they need to do. And it's that aroma. A lot of the time, that's why I like the wrists. It's because if I like move my hand, because you guys can tell I kind of talk with my hands, or if I'm just going to pick something up and then I pull it back, I'm like, oh, that you get this nice whiff of essential oils again. Because it's like a little bit farther. It's just cool. That's what I've noticed. So journey on, right? Also, though, Believe is a great essential oil. I can't believe I didn't grab Believe. But I think I actually wanted to grab, because I know I have consistent people that show up. So I wanted to grab some oils that I haven't really talked about much so that they have some new education. And I hope you guys can see the benefit of joining me. And can you see the benefit of using these essential oils to envision 2023? You guys can also research and look up, like, how do you achieve a goal, right? There are things like SMART goals. I use more Bob Proctor's method of the C goal, the huge goal that you have no idea how you're going to get there. And you just have to trust. And you have to think from that goal already being achieved. That's why I kind of started to mention embody the person you know. You're going to have to change. You have to change to achieve the goal, because you wouldn't need to change if you've already achieved the goal. If you haven't achieved the goal, then something needs to change. And that's kind of the journey of it, right? The journey of, speaking of journey on, y'all. The journey of like figuring out like what is it that you need to do, right? That's the fun. That's the thing too. If you haven't achieved your goal, don't give up on that goal. You just have to rearrange the plan, right? The plan needs to just get tweaked. Think of Thomas Edison. Y'all know how many times it took him to create the incandescent light? 10,000 times. Oh no, that one actually was 1,000. The 10,000 one was when he got interviewed. And he was the most successful inventor, and he was trying to figure out the battery and he couldn't figure it out. And an interviewer asked him, how does it feel to be the most smartest man or something and fail 10,000 times? It's like, what do you mean? I haven't failed 10,000 times. This just has 10,000 plus steps. That is perspective, y'all. And that's the cool thing. So joining Young Living is such a beautiful thing. There's 3 ways you can join. First way, grab any item and 100 PV or more will unlock that 24% savings. A few of these are in the starter bundle. That's another way. That's 100 PV. You're going to unlock that 24% savings. The better way is to jump on a loyalty order. Join me. So the best way is to spend over 50 PV a month on a loyalty order. And then you're going to get points back for free products starting at 10% and going to 25%. And then you get, in month 2, you get a free diffuser. Month 3, 6, 9, and 12, you get free gifts. So loyalty is amazing. Plus we have our supplements, our personal care products, our animal care, so many great things and items that you're already spending money on. But most of those items are filled with toxins. It's not cool to me because it's messing with your endocrine system. So I have my link below for those of you rewatching the YouTube. Click on that. I'm happy to help you as well. My contact info is there. Let's create a wellness plan for you and your family to live a beautiful, energetic, toxic-free life and make sure that your vision of 2023 and beyond become true. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to shut off the recording for those live. And I look forward to helping you and your family live that toxic-free life. Bye-bye, YouTube.